right, cool. Welcome to Romera Records Virtual Cast. Today we have on Bo Monty. How's it going, man?
Doing great, man. How you doing today?
Doing good. Yeah, I was really thinking about having you and D on at the same time, but then I was like, no,
Right now, man.
I was like, that would be terrible.
Oh
But
yeah. Hey, that would have been cool. We
but
gonna we gonna come fly up, or we gonna come take a trip up there. And we could do that.
yeah, we could do one in person. That would be dope. Yeah. So I don't think I don't think we even no, we talked on the phone one time. Um God, it had been
That was a little minute. That was a couple months ago.
I feel like that was well, like the first time we ever talked on the phone, I feel like that was about this time last year. I think it was like the winter of last year.
Think so?
Yeah. The first time we ever talked on the phone. But yeah, it's really cool just having some sort of relationship with somebody who, I had a random relationship. So for everybody who doesn't know, I got introduced to Bomani from my homeboy Flight Pilot D, and basically, Bomani he will definitely, I'll let him tell his story and the stuff that he does, but got introduced to him through Fly Pilot D, and basically, y'all have like, grown up together. Y'all have known each other for a while, and you do music together. So I guess just give people a breakdown of what growing up. So you're from New Orleans as well.
Yeah. So originally, I'm from the lower ninth ward, but like after Katrina, we moved to Texas, and for a couple years, and after we moved back down to New Orleans, but once we moved back down, I didn't move on the East Bank. Like I didn't move back downtown. I moved to the West Bank. I have a lot of my mother's family from the West Bank. On my daddy's side, they from the Ninth Ward. So yeah, we moved back to the West Bank, and shit, it was just it just went up from there, man.
So what exactly are like I think DeAndre was trying to explain it to me, like all the wards and like you said West Bank. Like I don't get that at all because
Like
I
um, all right, so New Orleans, the city, like, when people come to Louisiana, they like, I'm going to New Orleans, they go on Canal and all that's downtown.
okay.
So they have downtown have wards. Like, where I'm from, the ninth ward is downtown. Then they have uptown, like at the third ward, if I'm not mistaken, I think the fourth ward. Um, then they have the east side too. They have an east side. That's no wards. That's just like it's kind of like the West Bank because it's like no wards. It's just different neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different neighborhoods. Like the East Side, they just have different neighborhoods like Little Woods. They have some other ones. I'm not really too familiar because I don't be on that side. Um, and then like on the West Bank, like that's really what I kind of like grew up at. I really grew up on the West Bank. Um, they have plenty of sides. They have like Algiers, Gretna, Harvey, Marrero, Westwego, Avondale, Bridge City, Wagman, Kennedy Heights. Like that's like all the sides on our side. Like D is from Marrero. I actually met D in school in like sixth grade. It was a couple of us, but like man, I'm just like been close ever since. And I don't. It's crazy. I don't really know how we got that close. Like the school we went to, we was bad, bro. Like we was doing a lot of bad stuff in school. Like it was a whole group of us. You know what I'm saying? That's when I really first started like getting in trouble. Cause like when I was in Texas and I was when I was up here growing up, like as a kid, it was a real kid life. You know what I'm saying? It was like how you supposed to grow up.
Yeah.
But then once I moved back home, I had like a reality check, and I was like, damn, like like this not like it's not the same. So it was like, you gotta adapt to your surroundings. Like I was just around like school, people just getting in fights. Like you heard about situations, people going to jail, like people having guns, and it was just all around you. Like you couldn't get away from it. So like you just had to adapt to that.
So, what do you remember about like, so you were talking about, just bad things that were happening in school, but like, what do you remember about Katrina and like what happened after that? Like how, I guess how like people acted and, because, from the news is always terrible, but
Right, right,
they were
definitely.
probably portraying nothing but like looting and stuff like that. But I'm sure some of that was going on, but not, everywhere. But
So like personally, with me and my family during Katrina, like we left like I won't say the day before Katrina is crazy because I had a football game. I used to play football and like we was at a football game and like I guess they had hit, if I'm not mistaken, I think they like hit the siren. It was like on the news, like the mayor was telling people like y'all need to start evacuating, like we're about to have a hurricane and this and that. So they canceled the football game, like in the middle of the football game, they just stopped it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and we went. It's crazy. I was standing in the east at the time. We were standing in the east. Maybe I want to say like what I could remember. I want to say like at least probably a half a year. We had just moved to the east. We were standing in like a townhouse. Um, and like all I remember like we going home. My mom and my daddy like just packing everything up. You know what I'm saying? Like me, my brothers, we just packing all our stuff up. What the stuff that we could get, into the car. And we had went to the West Bank by my great grandmother. We went by her house. Rest in peace to her. We that's where like the whole family met up. And like once everybody met up over there, we just took off. Like we hopped on the road. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say I went to Austin first, but at the same time, I remember like my great great grandmother was still living. She was staying in Waterproof, Louisiana. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but that's the country. Like, yeah, it's the country. It's real, like real country. Like they got cotton fields, you know what I'm saying? A small shit, it's a small town. But like we had one up there. And like it was to me, Katrina wasn't no bad time, like as if I was living in the present while it was going on, it wasn't no bad time for me. You know what I'm saying? I see the effects it have on me now, you know what I'm saying, as I didn't grow it up. And the people around me, I see the effects too. But it took me because I think about it, what if Katrina wouldn't have happened? You know what I'm saying? Like I could have I don't know where would I be, where would my brothers be? I probably wouldn't have met D, you know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have met a lot of people that I knew. So like, I'm not sure, bro, but they had the people that I knew who stayed down here doing it, you know, fucking dead bodies floating, you know what I'm saying? Like
Man,
people houses like gone, like not all they have is a porch left. Um
oof.
People was looting because you ain't had nothing you ain't have nothing, so you had to basically just get it how you live.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there was like a bunch of stores all messed up, and people were like, "I need food."
Yeah, they gone in there and get it. Like ain't no ifs and buts about it. Like, and I don't I'm they had like some problems within the people because it like a thing about now in New Orleans was separated. So if you was from this side, you stayed on this side. You was from this neighborhood, you stayed in this neighborhood. But since Katrina hit, when everybody moved back, everybody like all over the place. So now, you might be on the West Bank and they got people from the East like me. I'm not from the West Bank. I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the West Bank, but I'm from the East Bank. So it's just like a lot of people all over the place. And like I know during Katrina, like all them people being around each other because people was beefing, within the neighborhoods and the areas. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure some people like, stood together, but then, some people didn't stay together. Like they still had problems because everybody was just trying to get it how they live. People was watching over their mother, their grandmother, their little brothers, you know what I'm saying, their siblings and all that. So people just had to get it, bro. But I wasn't in it, you know what I'm saying? I got out of it like the day before, son. I got out.
That's got to be crazy to think about now. Like just looking back, it's
Yeah,
like, man.
yeah, man, it made me who I am today though. Like I can't complain. Like I can't complain, bro. Like I was in a bad area, you know what I'm saying? I was in a way worse area than why, like where I'm at now. Like, I was in a way worse area. So
Yeah. So, have you? But you were like always in the New Orleans area. Like you haven't lived anywhere like a completely different city in Louisiana or something like that.
yeah, I was always either like I stayed in the lower ninth ward. I stayed in the east for a little while. I stayed on the West Bank and stayed in Romera and Avondale. That's it.
Okay.
Kennedy Heights. That's it.
Do you like I guess just being from that area because people think about New Orleans, they think about like fun and party and like
Um,
think about Mardi Gras stuff like that.
I do, yeah, I do. I embrace it. I love it because I don't know. It's just something about being from like New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Like I was language is different. Like I could be in a room, like I could be talking to DeAndre, and you might be looking at us like, nigga, what y'all talking about? Like we the only two understand what we saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I love it, man. Like when you go out of town, people just showing you love, like and like even when like after Katrina, when I moved to Texas and everything, like I was getting a lot of love, like even just from teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was good.
The,
But I definitely I love our culture. Like our culture is great.
yeah, to me the crazy thing about people from New Orleans is you all sound the same. Like you, like I know y'all don't think y'all sound the same, but you sound the same. So
No, I can understand it because it like I said, it's the slang.
yeah, yeah.
It's like we have a broken down English.
Yeah. I mean, even like your lingo, like some of the words you use, like you as you said, like you could be in a room and like you and somebody else could be saying stuff and like nobody knows what you're talking about, but y'all know what you're talking about. So, like just being from that area, you all have like a lingo and a language that you speak and it's pretty crazy, but it's like even if you aren't I don't know, like together as a community, y'all still people from New Orleans have some sort of sense of community about them. Like it's like
Yeah, it's like it's a southern thing, like a southern hospitality thing. Like,
yeah,
cause like I done been in different places and like people don't speak. I didn't talk to other people like working in the city. I used to work in the French quarters. I didn't talk to certain people from different different states and like they just telling us like, man, y'all friendly. Like they think we friendly, but it's like we not friendly. Like you might think we friendly. That's just how we raised.
yeah,
Friendly to us is just like being like a yes man to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's friendly to us. Like but like it's not like that. It's just really about respect. You know what I'm saying? You give the respect that you want somebody to give you. Like,
yeah.
that's it.
I mean, especially being from like a tough area because like
Yeah.
you know how valuable that respect is. Like you want to respect you and you want to give respect. So like when somebody doesn't, it's like, all right, I already know I can't trust you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you could see it.
Yeah,
You don't even have to say nothing. Like you could just read. You could read everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you could feel the energy. Like you could feel the vibe.
yeah, and that's another thing I think that people, I think people underestimate about people who lived in like bad neighborhoods or any kind of like um, very urban areas is like you just pick up on people's mannerisms like way quicker. Like you can just talk to somebody and be like, oh yeah, I can't trust you.
Yeah. Some people don't do. Some people don't. Like the same people from the areas, like they don't. Some people blind. Some people blind to it. Like, some people don't want to believe it because let's just say it could be your friend and they showing you like a different, different vibe, like different energy. But they so caught up, like, man, this my friend, not knowing their friend is really on what they showing them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just up to you and like you just have to believe what people show you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just gotta believe what people show you. You can give some people benefit of the doubt, but like then it gets to a point like, nah, like you're not getting no benefit of the doubt. Like whatever you show me, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. Is either you want that around you or you don't want that around you.
Yeah, I was telling DeAndre like when we were first, getting to know each other and trying to
Yeah,
find out if we would be good friends or whatever. I was telling him like I'm the type of person where I give everybody like my full trust, and then once you break it, like I'm done with you. And
yeah, yeah. Once you see that red flag, like,
he said he's the opposite. Like he doesn't trust anybody, and then like he lets you gain his trust, and then
yeah, definitely, yeah. Cause you're not supposed to trust, like, see where we from, you're not supposed to trust nobody.
hmm,
Like you have to watch everybody. You know how your family, can't trust you. You could trust your family, but you can't trust your family. Family is sneaky just like a stranger would. You know what I'm saying? So just that being said, if you can't trust your own family, why would you trust an outsider that you're not related to?
yeah,
Like that'd be stupid on us, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be smart and that is real. Like you let people gain your trust.
like
You
like you
let them
were
gain your trust. That's
saying,
how me and him was.
like
That's how me and him was. The whole time we knew each other, we just let each other gain each other trust.
yeah, but like you were saying, you look stupid by giving somebody the trust that you shouldn't have. That's why I have the mindset of I just go ahead and give you my trust, and once you break it, I'm done with you because I'm just like I'm a fool me once type person.
Right,
Like
right. Fool me once. Yeah.
everybody deserves one chance, but fool me once. Like if you screw it up, I'm like, okay, you're not gonna fool me again. Like I already gave you a chance, bro. Like you messed up. So
I didn't I got to that point now, because I'm in I'm just in a different space, in my life right now. So it's like I can't have that stuff that I can't have the same vibes that I used to have around me because I'm not in that same place no more. Like, I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to keep elevating. So I don't need nobody trying to bring me down with like no negative energy. Like I don't need none of that around me. Like, cause it could rub off on me. Cause I could, you know what I'm saying? I could fall back into my old ways. And I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna just cut. If I feel like you on that, just I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, it was a really smart move of you to just consciously think of that because I know people who can't like they can't consciously think where I'm at is a bad place and I need to go somewhere else. They just stay there and then they just keep doing the same stuff and they don't even realize what they're doing.
Yeah, but so like it all go back to like who you have around you, cause just think about, let's just say if you got your family around you and you ask for input and they like, nah, I'm saying like, nah, stay where you at.
Hmm.
So then you like, all right, cause all you been doing is listen to your family your whole life. So you like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna listen to them, but they don't know exactly where you at. They can only see from the, they like they inside, but they they can only see from the outside, but they don't really know what's like. They don't know what you bubbling up. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know what you got going. The stuff you really doing, like they don't know the moves you making and the moves that you trying to make.
Yeah.
Like you only know that your own self. So what I learned is like, and I think I seen this on an interview. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ti. He was saying like,
Was it that expeditiously thing that he has? That little
I
pop?
think too. Yeah, I think it was. It was a clip. It was a clip though, and the clip was saying like the biggest thing you could do in life is like believe in yourself when everybody around you like not believing in what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you do it, it was the right move from the get go, and you do it, and then everybody like, damn, like, he was right. So you know what I'm saying? Now they check their own self and be like, all right, so like, cause it changed the whole mindset.
Yeah. And
It changed-
and you being like, so if if you were around a bunch of people who just weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, and then you deciding to, oh, I'm gonna move out to Dallas with D, and then if your music career pops off or whatever you want to do, like even if it's outside of music, you just become successful. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna click in their
that's
head.
what he was doing. Like, man, so yeah, like me, I live about God. Like that's my biggest friend right there. So you know what I'm saying? Anything I feel like that he leading me to, like I'm going for it. And I understand when God tell you something, and this is anybody, this with any individual on earth. When God tell an individual something, the people around you not gonna understand it. Cause they not telling you that, you know what I'm saying? And then you also have to think about, well, what's their relationship with God? If they don't have the same relationship you got with God, then y'all on different levels already. So you just gotta do what you feel that you need to do. Cause when you don't do that, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have did that.
Has anybody like back where you're from, um, I guess question your move out there? Like, have they been like, why are you moving out there, or you're making a mistake, or anything like that?
Yeah, man. A lot of people, a lot of people respect my move. Period. Any move I make, they gonna respect it. But everybody have their own input on certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of outside people don't even know I move. So like, I don't, cause I don't keep up with them. Like, I don't even want you to know. Like, it's not that I don't want you to know, but what you need to know my business for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if I'm down there, I'm not talking to you. I'm not pulling up on you. We ain't doing no business together. So you don't even need to know. But moving been a plan. Like, that been a plan. It was just when the opportunity gonna present itself. But people, yeah, shit. The only person who was really like telling me like, all right, you need to move. Like, if you want to move, like, go do it. Was like my mama and my little brother. That was the only like two people who was just like 100%, like, just whatever you doing, like, just do it.
Hmm.
Everybody else had their input, but they certain people was like, well, if you move, I'm gonna respect your move, but excuse me, I don't think you should move. You know what I'm saying? At this moment, I think you should do this first before you move. But like I said, people don't understand you. Um, and I was in a messed up place, like, mentally. I wasn't like so messed up, but like my city is a wicked city. You know what I'm saying? So like, once people start playing with your intelligence, you know what I'm saying, and you at a certain place in life, you kind of like your back against the wall. So you know what I'm saying. You weighing your options out. It's like, all right, so what I'm gonna do? Then it's like, well, if I do this, such and such could happen. You know what I'm saying? If I do this, such and such could happen. And it's either good or bad. And it's like I could do what people might say, oh yeah, you should do that. But you're not gonna be with me when shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat up on myself. So it's like it's either, be stupid or be the bigger person and make the, smarter decisions. That's one thing my daddy always like instilled in my head. Like be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel something is right for you, just do it. No matter, like my mama tell me that too. No matter if I like it, your daddy like it, whoever around you like it. If you feel like that's what you need to do, just do it. So like I just took all that and I just went with my mood, man. And I feel clean, bro. Like I'm real time in a clean environment. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to look over my shoulders. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to think about, oh, this person doing such and such. Like I ain't gotta think about none of that. Like I still get phone calls from, certain people that I used to deal with. And like they happy for me, but they not.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense. Like they happy for me, but they really not. Like they mad. Like damn. Like like who he think he is type shit. Like some envious shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's like damn. Like that's how you really feel about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understood that too. People want you where they at. They won't be on top.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna make it on top. I might not never get to the top, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing is working.
Yeah. See, what I think a lot of people end up failing in life is they think about, oh, I've been through this, I've been through that, and I know how hard it is to get to the top. So they just think that they can't make it, and then they just stop doing whatever they're doing. But it's like the that's what I've been preaching ever since I had this epiphany was I've realized a lot of people aren't successful just because they just stopped doing what they were doing. And
Yeah,
I've found out a lot of people become successful just because they keep doing it. I think I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson who had said this, but he said nothing on earth is hard. You just haven't done it for long enough. And it's basically just saying like just pick something, pick anything. And if you just keep doing it every single day for hours, by the time 1 year, 5 years, 10 years goes by, you're going to be amazing at it.
right, right.
It's not because you were just naturally born to do it. You just kept doing it and you just kept getting better. So I think that's what kills a lot of people is they just give up and they just stop doing it. But like, you might not be the best rapper, but if you keep rapping every single day
Yeah,
for months, for years, and then
you gonna be good at you
yeah,
gonna
keep
put
putting
people up.
music out, just keep telling people about your name. Eventually, enough people are going to know who you are, and then enough people are going to like your music. It's just a numbers game. All you have to do is just keep just doing what you're doing, and then you'll eventually get better, and you'll eventually, blow up because people are going to know who you are.
Yeah, you just gotta keep it. You gotta keep pushing, man. I know that's the biggest thing. I know some people like that. Like they had people in my neighborhood. They're supposed to be like, they're supposed to be in the NFL and in the NBA, but like they just gave up. You know what I'm saying? Like once one thing happened to them, and like they just stopped. But in the neighborhood, they're the best. You know what I'm saying? Best football player. They're the best basketball player. Like they just quit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they just quit. Like they gave up on it. even with people in the air, like, man, like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You need to be doing such and such. They ain't want to hit it.
Mm.
So it's just all about keep going, just keep pushing, man.
Yeah, I mean it's it's unfortunate to see some people who just like stop doing stuff, and that's why like that's when I met D. I messaged him through the Full Sail website and
Right.
asked him, does he do music? And he said, yeah. And then he was telling me about how he was thinking about stopping doing music, and he was just going through a rough patch in his life. And then he just said that me talking to him about music really got him, to get back into it. And I was like, man, that's crazy because you're really good. So I was like, it's unfortunate that somebody like him who is really good at music would have stopped doing it if it wasn't for me just like wanting
Right.
to do music with him. And
Right.
there's no telling how many, people like Lil Wayne or Birdman and like successful people that do music from Louisiana have probably just stopped doing music just because they were in a bad environment.
Yeah, definitely. Like, for instance, my older brother, DC the Mel Diva. Like, so like nobody knew I did music, cause I was just doing it. I learned. I seen my older brother do it, and I seen my older cousin do it. His name is Ziggy. He call himself Ziggy Official. I watched them two do it like in front of my face, but the whole time I was picking up everything that they was doing. And then eventually it got to a point where like they stopped. Like I seen it. Like they had stopped making music. And like by me, like when I just kept making music, and like it's like I brought everything back, back together. So like if I wasn't making music, like we wouldn't be making no music.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like we wouldn't even be making music. My little brother make music now.
So
He
you
went.
felt like you were the glue to that group.
Yeah, it wasn't even a group. It's a friend. It's a family thing. Like it's my first cousin, my blood brothers. Like so we all make music. We come from a family of musicians. So like the music is just it's in our blood already. But that's like I said, nobody didn't know I made music. Like they didn't know I had an interest in music. Before Katrina, I used to play the cello. I was like 5, 6 years old playing the cello. I
Dang.
had I had a little cello. Like I don't know how to play it now,
Mm.
but I always been in music. Like when I went to Texas, I was doing no music for like years. When I first moved back home, that's when we first started playing on the computer. Like, what I'm saying, recording music. We was just playing around on Audacity.
Ah,
Yeah, look, on SoundClick, we'll be on SoundClick, just downloading instrumentals, putting them on Audacity, just like having fun. And like, it just kept growing from there. So,
but you see how like you started out doing just messing around, and then you just kept doing it, and then now you're at the point that you're at now. It's just because you just don't stop. You just keep. It's like an engine. You just keep it running, and then just.
I always keep going. It been times that I was thinking like, man, I'm about to stop. Cause the thing about me, once you talk to the people around me who know me, they gonna say I make too much of music. I can't get because I just I like music. Like I guess I could express myself, but I don't. I think it's I guess you could say that, but I really just see what's on my mind. Like like when I'm in the studio, sometimes like I don't be writing no music all the time. I don't write. I might just, whatever on my head, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I want to see, I'm going to see it. Because sometimes I might be in the studio, what I want to see, I might know I can't, like, you can't see this.
Mm.
But at certain times, whatever I want to see, I'm going to just let it come out. But I stay in the studio a lot, and the only reason I do that, like I sacrifice, um, I guess a lot of fun times, cause people. I'm like an introvert. Now I've been going out, trying to talk to people, and I'm trying to promote myself. That's another thing about me. I don't tell people I'm a rapper. Like now I be telling people that, but like I ain't never did that. I just kept making music, but I just like that. I just know like the hard work gonna pay off. I always knew hard work gonna pay off.
Yeah.
Like if it's when it comes to the end of it, like when everything's said and done, I'm gonna have to move the music.
So I think D told me something crazy. Like you have like probably like 100 songs that you haven't released or something like that.
Yeah, I have I have over 100 songs, but the reason
That's crazy. 100 songs. I think I've probably done maybe 40 or 50 songs. But
how long you been making music?
uh
Like more than music.
it's been about 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been making music. I
Uh
was making music before I got my own studio set up. So you
mhm.
gotta think about it. By the time I got my own studio set up, and this was in like mm, beginning of 2016, like the beginning of 2016, that's when I got my own. Like I could just wake up and record music now. But by that time, I already had like 7 notebooks filled with music.
That's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying? So now I could just wake up whenever I feel like recording. So I could wake up in the middle of my sleep and record music. And I've been staying with my grandmother and my mother. They understood like he not just making noise in the room.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's like he making music.
yeah.
So they don't come bother me. My mama, if she's sleeping, she might tell me turn the music down. But most of the times I got the music in my headphones so they can't hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just kept making. I got like, but I probably got over. I'm pretty sure I got like 4 notebooks. I never even recorded none out of the notebooks. Yeah. And look, I don't plan on recording none out of the notebooks because like I know that's like, oh, I'm not in that mind space no more. So like that don't even matter. Like, I
See,
just,
so I had this conversation with shoot, who was it? Oh, it was SB Surfs Up. So me and him were talking, and he was saying about how he's got some music that he recorded in like 2017 or something like that. It was years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, but I'm holding on to it because I'm waiting for the right time to release it." And I was like, "That is crazy," because he's just saying, it might not be the right time. He said some of my music was ahead of its time, so
that's real.
wait to release it when it's right.
Cause like I have one, two. I know I have 2 projects. Like 2 projects, they're recorded. Most likely I'm gonna have to re-record them. You know what I'm saying? Re-record some stuff. But that was my first 2 projects that I actually started working on. But I finished one of them, which is frigid weather. Excuse me. I was promoting that a lot,
Mm.
but I never dropped it. Like I never dropped none off it. And now that I look at it, it wasn't the right time. It's still not the right time. Cause like, yeah, it's just not the stuff I'm talking about. It's not the right time to drop that right now. So I have to wait, till I get to a certain level in my life and in my career to drop some old stuff. Like the old stuff will be new stuff. People don't understand some of this music. Well, I haven't really put out a lot of music to my knowledge. I haven't really put out a lot of music, but like I have like a couple of singles that I've dropped. they're old.
Mm,
It sound new because I got it remastered, remixed and all that.
yeah.
So, but then I understand like people don't think like that because people call me and be like, you was talking about me or such and such. Why you know what I'm saying? You need to talk about something else. But they don't not understand, man. I recorded that song like 3 years ago.
Mm.
I'm just dropping it. But the last Human Form was all new music. Bando Money, which I just dropped, all that's new music.
So, you had did that video, and you were telling people about voting. Um,
Uh-oh.
Basically, walk me through what you were thinking. Like,
All right. I'm about to run down the whole process because usually I don't mess with that. I don't get into that
yeah.
to the politics. I don't get into it. Um, hold up, hold up. No, I'm in an interview.
Is
Interview.
that Daisy?
Yeah, this days. Look, you want to come see it? Say hey. Tell everybody.
So everybody, this is Daisy. It's Dee's daughter. She is a copycat of back in
she,
the day.
she laughing like, "What you talking about? No, no, I'm not no copycat." No copycat. So like, with the register to vote song, basically my grandmother do a lot of work into like the community, like where we from. She do a lot of community work. That's what she known. That's what she's known for. And she understand. Like she knew her grandchildren make music. Like she be listening to me and be like, "That's not you." Like I'll be like, "Yeah, that's me." But she don't be believing that. She be like, "You did all that in my house?" I be like, "Yeah, I did that in the house." Like, so she was just like, I have an opportunity for you, during when people was getting ready to vote, but before people even started registering to vote, she like, I'm trying to do something. She like, I'm gonna hold an event, but I'm trying to do something where like I could bring the young people out. I could grab the younger people attention so they could vote, because she was like, people really need to vote, in this election. So she, before I recorded the song, she had told me that 4 months before that.
Mm,
But I don't. That's not my field. So like, I couldn't just come up with no song. Cause I tried to. Cause I think I wrote a song and I ain't even record that song. Wound up recording a whole new song. I just waited because she kept asking like every time I see her. Cause I don't usually be home. I be like in and out. But every time I see her, she'll be like, did you write anything? You have anything? Did you record anything? And I'm like, nah, not yet, but I'm like, I'm gonna have it. And she like, you need to hurry up because, the time ticking. So I'm like, all right. And like one day, I think I was in Avondale and man, I don't know, something just like took over me. I just wrote the song like nonstop. Like it was just coming out of my head. I was just writing it. And I just kept writing until the song was finished. And I hit up I think I hit up this producer named the beat come from a producer named Casino Cam. I think he's from California, if I'm not mistaken. I met him off of Instagram. I don't know if I reached out to him or he reached out to me. Like, I don't know how it happened, but I had I had got some beats from him, like maybe 5 of them. And the first beat I picked, like like they had this beat I picked, and I recorded that song on that beat. Cause I just felt like this the type of beat it need.
mm,
And I let my brothers and them listen to it. They was like, you got some more beats. Cause it was too hard.
mm.
Like it was just too hard.
Yeah.
Cause I was thinking at first, I was thinking on some uh NWA straight out of Compton type vibe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking like that at first. So when it was like, nah, it's like you gotta get another beat. So I was listening to the beats that that I had purchased from a Casino Cam,
Mm.
and found one of them. It was like it was hard, but it was like a little cool vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just recorded the whole song over, and that's what I got, bro. Like I can't even tell you what I don't know what I was thinking.
Mm.
To be honest, I don't know. Like it was just one day I was sitting in my room, and in my head I'm knowing like I need to hurry up write this song for my grandmother, and
Yeah.
I did do some research. Like I was doing research like over the months. You know what I'm saying? When she had told me to like write, and all that just came out, man. And I recorded it at my house, and then I bought it to my engineer I be working with on First Class Rossi, and I let him mix and master it, and I ain't gonna say it went from now because I didn't even drop the song yet. I just dropped a video to it.
Mm.
And Best High Films, he shot my video and just went from there, man.
Yeah. It was really good.
I
I
appreciate that.
I think that people um, are missing that from music. I think people are too much. The mainstream rappers are making songs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They don't have a meaning behind the song.
They're not making music. They're just making a song. They're just finding a beat and just putting some words over it, hiring a good engineer, and call it a day. But you need to something that's going to last. Like you're probably going to remember that video for forever, and
Uh,
everybody who actually pays attention to you will probably remember that video for forever. But
yeah, that's crazy sounding. That's another thing that I knew, like, cause like like I said, like I do my best to follow God, and like at that time, you have to know what you pray for. What you pray for, like you will get it, but you just have to be, you have to pay attention because you might miss you might miss your blessings because you lost. You know what I'm saying? So like I knew at that time, like this is a blessing like for me because this is an opportunity coming my way. So like any great opportunities coming my way that I knew that could bring me to the next level. I'm gonna do my best to like get to it. And when my grandmother came at me with that idea, I was like, cause like I'm telling you, I don't mess with the politics. Like I'm not a big fan of that.
mm,
So I was like, man, I don't think I should do this. Cause I was even thinking about like the opinions people gonna have, like why you said this and you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about all that.
yeah,
But then I was thinking about the bigger cause, like the bigger change of it. Like
the impact.
yeah, the impact of it. I was thinking about that and I was like, man, I even had some input from, like the homies from the hood. And it was like, man, if you do that, they like, excuse me, they like, ain't no way you turning back around. You know what I'm saying? They like, you only going up from now. So
Mm,
like, I just went with it, bro. Like, and then my father, like, he be on that. Like, my father, he be making music, but he on a high. He don't record no music, but he'll be playing around with it. But
mm,
he on a high level, like mentally. I ain't there yet. So like he be preaching that to me though, like same thing you just said, like main artists just making songs, they're not making real music. And he be telling me like, well, in my days, every song that was made had a meaning behind it. Like it wasn't just no song. It was something big. Like people shedding light on something. So
yeah.
he constantly preached that to me on my ear. So when the opportunity came, I was like, this is something I should do. I'm getting out my comfort zone. So who knows what's gonna happen. I know once you get out your comfort zone, that's where all your real blessings are.
For sure. Yeah, I think I think that's what's missing from a lot of people's repertoire of music is just do something different, do something you haven't done before, get out your comfort zone, and just go make something. Just like go. It's kind of like to me. I always compare music to cooking. Like
Yeah.
you can't just make the same old. Then you're gonna get tired.
Right.
And even if you're a chef cooking for other people, like you just keep giving them, the same burger all the time, they're gonna be like, I really like this burger, but I'm kind of tired of this burger. I'm
Right,
gonna,
you add some spices to it. You gotta drop some spices in it.
yeah, you gotta change it up. So I feel like, that's something that I haven't really done in my opinion. Like I have changed up my music, but I haven't really done something drastic yet that people are going to remember. So I'm still kind of waiting on that. Um,
What up? What? It's crazy you saying this because I don't be thinking. I don't, man. I promise you, I don't be thinking like that. I be thinking that big at the moment, and then I just forget it. Like, I just keep going forward. Like for real. Like I it's hard for an artist. You being an artist yourself. It's hard for an artist to look at themselves and a fan. And yeah, and as a fan point of view. So like I really, man, since I dropped that, I don't even worry about that song. And that's been ignorant, I guess. But I know I'm not in. So like Facebook, Instagram already told me I cannot promote that song.
which is crazy.
Oh no, but watch this. That's what showed me how powerful the song was.
Yeah, yeah. They're
That's
gonna
what showed
stop.
me, and I was like, damn, bro. Like I was showing my brother that because I was really trying to pay for promotion. Man, they not look, they're not accepting it, and I'm like, damn. And I was like, this is crazy, cause I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm knowing I need to promote it, cause this the time of the election. So like, this is why I did all this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So once I started trying to pay for promotion, and I'm like, man, they not letting me promote it. Like, I was like, damn. Like, I really sat down and thought to myself, like, you really did something. Like,
yeah,
and I told myself, like, you might not see it now, but like, you did something.
yeah.
But like, I haven't been stuck on that. Like, I'm just thinking about that again, like, cause you brought the song up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me, man.
And that's why I tell people like that's why I love doing music, and that's why I love doing features. Like, me and you haven't done a song yet, but we plan on it. And
Right.
I just love doing features with people because that's something that I can remember for forever, and I can go back and pull that file up, go to that folder in my computer, and be like, "Dang, I did a song with such and such."
Yeah, definitely,
I
definitely.
can I can play it for people, like, "Yeah, man, listen to this song I did with so and so."
Like they might not even believe, people don't be believing. Like, oh man, I got a song with such and such.
Yeah,
Like, man, yeah, I don't want to hear that. I ain't hear it.
yeah,
Like, all right. Like, I'll pull it up for you. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's to me, that's the beauty of doing music as an art, and you can be whatever kind of artist you want to be. You can do
definitely.
whatever you want to do and be as creative as you want to be. Like the best ones are the most creative. The ones that the ones that didn't do the status quo, the ones that didn't go with what everybody else was saying. Those are the people who get remembered and the people who stand out. And um, sometimes sticking out is a bad thing, but sometimes it's a really good thing. I was trying to tell D this about the way he raps. I was like, you got to find who you are and just like and do you like be you. Because if you hear a song and then you hear a voice that sounds like the baby, you know it's the baby. Like nobody sounds like him.
Right, right, right.
But then you hear like other songs and you're like, oh man, is this? is this so and so, or is this Young Thug, or is
Like
this
somebody else.
yeah, you don't know. So when you I think when you've truly made it as an artist, that's when you have found your sound. And you don't have to sound the same on every song, but people just know it's you. They know it's you because you just have that energy from your music. Like uh like Childish Gambino is a great example. That dude,
And that
none of
dude,
his music sounds the same.
right, right.
But if you hear him on a song, you know he had something to do with that song. Like you
Yeah.
know it was Childish Gambino. So
Mhm.
that's somebody I really look up to because like his music does not like none of his music sounds the same.
Don't they have like three different names or something?
Like he said he picked his name. He picked Childish Gambino from it was like a Wu-Tang name generator. It was like some website and that's
Yeah.
how he got his name. Was like a Wu-Tang name generator.
Name generator. I'm gonna have to go on that and see what my name come out to
Yeah,
be.
this is so crazy. But yeah, like people like that, that's who I really admire. Is like they just they just do what they love. Like they just find some music that just sounds good and they just make it and they're like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I can't stand it when people just they just try to fit a mold. It's like don't do that.
I feel like I still never found my I feel like I still never found my song. Like, to be honest with you.
You do have some sort of sound.
It
So like
sound, yeah.
did that
But
guy ever hit you up that I sent you from Twitter?
I do not. I don't think so.
Because you remember what I'm talking about? Like that's
I do know what you're talking about. You sent me a song for him.
yeah, he
And
was pretty good. And
yeah,
he
I like that the song you sent. The songs you sent, I like it. I like them songs.
I think y'all styles would have matched up really well because I
Yeah,
think I can't
I
remember
mean,
if he reached
uh,
out to me or if I reached out to him, but I was like, I think Bomani would be really good with him.
cause like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think when people hear me, like when they hear the work that I done drop, they get intimidated,
Mm,
and that's not something I don't like that, cause like you just make it's just music at the end of the day,
yeah.
and you might not be where I'm at right now, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm willing to make music with you, like, and it been plenty of times where I done did features, they never came out. Yeah, like the artist hit me up like, nah, man, you didn't kill me on my own song. And I'm like, bro, this is mute. Like, this is what you asked me to do. Like,
Get out of here.
yeah, and like you didn't did it, and now
Oh,
I didn't did it, and now you don't want to drop the song, and I'm like, damn, son, like,
yeah.
you're just wasting my time.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Man, that happened to D. He sent me his vocals for a song and it was probably one of his best verses he's ever done. Like I chopped it up, I made it sound real nice, and he's like, dude, that guy's not gonna release that song.
Yeah,
And it's
it
been
really be
months.
like that. And DeAndre, he the type of person he trying to eat your face off on the song. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he really gotta. They gotta be some money involved for a song to get dropped with him, cause like nobody not about to just be releasing music with him. He trying to eat you. He gonna do it.
So do you reach out to people for features or do you just like wait till somebody hits you up?
Um, I reach out to some local people that I actually know,
Mm,
in my area.
yeah.
Um, well, in my neighborhood, I don't really reach out to people. Um, because I'm knowing like at a certain point in time, I'm gonna make a whole neighborhood tape. Like I'm gonna make a whole neighborhood project and have everybody from the neighborhood on it. But people from, excuse me, like different areas, like on my side, yeah, I like the people that I like. I reach out to them. But other than that, I only make features with my brothers. Like
Mm.
that's it. Like if I ain't related to you, most likely you're not getting a feature. It's like Like me and my older brother, I don't have no songs with him.
Mm,
The person who got the most features from me is my little brother. None of them out though. Well, we probably have like one feature out, but he got the most features with me.
mm.
Like I don't even think people know that. He got all the features with me.
Do you and D have a song together?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We have a couple songs together.
I don't even think
We
I.
have, I think we only have one that's out, just one,
Mm,
and then like the rest of them, so like at the time when we was making these songs, I was mixing them, and like I do know how to mix, but I know how to mix way better than what I was back then. So like, once I had met my engineer, like any feature, any song somebody would tell me like, hey, you need to drop this, and I'd be like, nah, we need to go bring this to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the best quality. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
don't want to be driving like even though I know how to mix and my music sound good, like I'm not about to just drop it because I know it's some stuff my engineer could do that I don't know how to do. So I'm gonna bring it to him.
yeah,
But like people used to tell me like, well, you spending money on it and this and that, and I'm gotta gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying? So
an investment. Like when you're serious about something, you don't think about it as just spending money. You thinking about it as an investment to your business, your
yeah,
brand.
definitely. And even when people be like that, cause it be the same people, y'all smoking weed. Like, y'all smoking the best of the best weed. So you could spend money on the best of the best weed, but you can't spend money on something that you know what I'm saying? Something that you hoping to change your life.
Y'all smoking on that studio time.
Yeah, real time, y'all smoking on the studio time. So it's like once I start seeing it, I see what I can look at your mindset. Like, all right, I know how you thinking. You ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
all right, like, bro, I stopped smoking, bro. Like, I used to smoke. Like, I ain't gonna hide that. People know I used to smoke. I put that down because
Mm,
it's like it's taking too much of my money away from me. You know what I'm saying? It had me lazy at certain point in times where I can't work. So it's like, nah, bro, that's not gonna do nothing but hold me back in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
trying to go up. Like, anything that's holding me down, I don't need it. I don't care how much I used to love it or how much I love it. Like it's getting cut. It's holding me back. It's getting cut. I don't care.
yeah. I mean, your priorities change, and you start to mature into the artist that you want to be, and then people build a perception about who you are, and they're like, oh, he's serious. He's
For
not just kind of
sure.
doing it.
And people look at me
What
today
he's doing.
like, who he think he is. Like that's how serious I be. They be like, who he think he is.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna show you who I think I am. Like keep asking that, I'm gonna show you who I think I am.
Yeah. So it's about time to wrap this up. Do you have? So you talked about human form. Um,
We talked about. We didn't really talk about it.
so you've got human form out that came out when you dropped that.
So Human Farm came out on my brother's birthday, April 8th. Came out on DC birthday last year. Well, this year, matter of fact, I'm sorry. I dropped Bando Money on Thanksgiving, which is actually my mother's birthday. So Human Farm, basically I just gave you like in Human Farm, I gave you my fleshly life, I guess. I gave you part of my fleshly life, like in human form. I gave you my human form. Bando Money, it's kind of the same thing, but I want to say more spiritual, more where I'm trying to get to. Um, that's the only two projects I have out right now. I have a project named I'm Not a Rapper. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. Like, cause it's too many songs right now at this very moment. I got like 20 some songs, so like I'm trying to chop it down. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But Bamboo Money and Human Farm is out on all platforms. Y'all can search me up on YouTube. Just search up Boo Money. I'm gonna pop up.
And what's your Twitter and your Instagram for everybody if they want to look you up?
It's crazy. I don't even know my Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. My Instagram is underscore Bo Money BOMONEY underscore. Uh, yeah, I can't tell y'all my Twitter. I don't know my Twitter.
All right. Well, yeah, man, it's great having you on. For sure, when you and D decide to come up here, we'll have to do an in-person podcast. Those are always awesome. And yeah, we'll have to chop it up again. But all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in and see you next time.
See y'all next time, man. Y'all have a blessed one.